What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to change the wiper motor in a Ford Fiesta MK6. Now in most cars it's pretty simple, not so much in this, but I'm going to start off by saying, if you do like this video and you like the stuff that I'm doing, then remember, please subscribe, as I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So with that over, let's start with this. But the first thing you need to do is remove these two little caps off the top of the wiper arms. That'll just give you access to these two 13mm nuts. And then underneath each of the nuts there's a small washer. Now these can be quite extensively corroded onto here, but I did have these off yesterday, so hopefully they won't be too stuck. There we go. Now one thing to remember, there is a left and a right wiper, and when you put it back together you will need to make sure that you set the wipers in the correct position on the windscreen, otherwise they won't wipe the window properly. Another thing, if these are tight and you can't get them off, then you can use a puller, or like I done, I just gently hit the arms where they attach with the hammer. Not these bits, but the actual arms themselves. So the next thing you've got to remove is this little clip. Now this clip's broke, but it's not too big of a deal. It is pretty stuck to the actual car. And then once you've done that, there's two little pieces here which you have to pull up. Now these can be a bit tricky and they can be stuck in quite hard. Now the only thing now that holds this in place is, if you look down there you can see this channel, basically just snaps into this channel. So in order to remove it, what you need to do is lever it up or pull it. Just be really careful not to smash the windscreen. And then once you've started it, it should be pretty easy. There we go. That's the main shroud on the bottom of the windscreen removed. Now that's removed, access to the motors, well, generally speaking, is pretty easy. It's this metal plate. But what you will notice is that there is 6 bolts holding it in, these 3 here, and rather stupidly, these 3 bolts here. So yeah, you have to disconnect your suspension in order to remove this. Now to remove these you can use a large flap braided screwdriver, or like I'm using a T30 Torx. Now this is the bit I don't understand. Why he thought it was a good idea to attach it to the suspension in such a way where you have to jack the car up and push it back through the holes. Now these bolts are 13mm bolts, the same as the ones on the wiper arms. So now you've removed all of them. This is now free. You don't have to remove this one, this just attaches to the motor. But as you can see, you can't actually pull this over the studs, so you have to jack the car up and push the suspension down. That's what we're going to do next. Now you don't need to jack the car up high, but you do need to have the wheel about an inch or so off the floor, and then pushing down on the wheel. And then just wiggle it out. Now that can be quite difficult because the wheel wants to turn as you're pushing it down. But then once you've removed it, if you look on the underside, it's just one clip that you need to remove. And there we go, that's all there is to it. One old, knackered wiper motor. Now fitting is just the reverse of taking it out. Connect it in. So there we go, it's now kind of in place. So all we've got to do is push the suspension down again, just so this goes into the correct location. So the car's off the jack stands. All you have to do is put it all back together. A few things it is worth mentioning. This is so much easier with a deep socket because it gets right over the studs. A shallow socket just isn't big enough. You can do it, but you risk ruining the fasteners. And also, if your car's worth any money at all, then it is also worth getting a new one. Now, this car's only worth buttons, so I just went to a scrapyard. You know, a new one would have been looking at over 100 quid. And quite frankly, I don't think the car's going to last much longer, so there's no point. So what you do is you just snug these down at first, get them all down before you tighten them up. You want to make sure that they are pretty tight, but just don't really ridiculously bear down on them, because you don't want any of these to snap, because you'll have a really bad day. So the next thing is put the 2 Torx bolts in, the 3 Torx bolts I should say. Now I've just noticed that the 10mm bolt that went into this hole is missing off this new unit, so I'll just swap it over off the old one. Don't know if you noticed, but a few times then I hit the bonnet with the ratchet. I think it's a good thing to mention. Be careful, because you don't want to do that to the windshield, otherwise it might just smash. Now if you look along here, you can see inside the grooves really manky. So I think what I'm going to do is, with a nylon brush and a little bit of brake clean, spray it down and give it a quick scrub over. Now don't do this with a wire brush. Don't do this with a wire brush. Make sure it's a nylon plastic one, because you don't want to damage the windscreen at all. Right, now to fit this, it isn't too difficult. Just opposite a reverse really. But you do need to make sure over this end, if you haven't removed this end plastic cover, that goes underneath it. So now what you do is line it up, make sure it's in the groove, and give it a smack. Now you don't want to do this too hard, because again you don't want to damage the windscreen. Just work your way along, just give it a smack. The next thing to do is put this cover back on, and it goes on this way, I think. No, it goes on this way. Again, it is simple, it just locates into the groove and snaps into place. So now, what I'm going to do, before I install the wipers, I'm going to go into the car, turn the engine to, not to run, but just to on, and I'm going to make sure that these are actually in the park position before I put the wipers on. So then once you've done that, make sure that you put the wipers in the right position, because there is a big one and a small one. Then once they're in approximately the right position, put the nuts on, not forgetting the washers. As you can see, that's approximately where these should rest. If you need to do any fine tuning, all you have to do is remove these and just adjust them slightly. So now this is all done. Two last things to do. Just put the little caps on. So that's it guys, that's how easy it is to change the wiper motor on a Mark 6 Ford Fiesta. So if you like this video, remember, please like, share and subscribe. Catch you next time. I've been Chris Dalton. See you later and goodbye. So there we go. Working as it's supposed to.